Hello and welcome back to Purple in Peril, a Warlock Live. This is level 9 and let's just have a quick look at our stats. We're still focusing on Con and Charisma. Level ups going into Con because this is going to be the tanky version of the build. Enhancement, sorry, no, my bad. Enhancement. So because I have most of what I'd like at the moment in this tree and this tree, I've gone into the spirit tree. We've got a bit of defense there, magical and physical resistance, but the main reason I went this way is for this light spell power and also universal spell power, so boosting up the spell power. When I go into this tree properly, I guess it'll be at the cap. I'll focus only on the defences and the aura, boosting up the aura. I won't be taking the light and alignment spell power, but for the purposes of leveling it can be very useful, because if you're running alone you obviously need to do the lifting yourself, so you need as much power as you can lay hands on. For those of you building the more conventional Warlock, the charisma based, it would have been good to take some extra charisma in both of these trees. That would have been another spell DC. Could have taken some more spell power down there too. There just didn't seem to be anything particularly compelling in either, so I went with a few more defences and some light and universal spell power. Interesting things that you could start using at level 9. I haven't changed any of my gear, but excuse me, you can start using hirelings, cleric hirelings that have raised dead, which is a big boost to the chances of quest completion on the higher difficulties. Healing scrolls as well become available at level 9 to use, but you need a pretty high UMD for that. I think it's 40, so you really need a decent UMD to start using those from 9. The Warlock can, if you invest into it. What could I have put? I could have put 12 points in. You can see I've stacked concentration, intimidate and spellcraft here with a bit in balance. Had I put another 11 in UMD, we'd have been at 32, so we could have been probably still not great, is it, for a heal scroll 40. I guess what would it be on about 50% to use a heal scroll? What's this here? That's a 36 and we have 30%, but at the moment we only have UMD 21. Okay. So that's the heal scrolls. One interesting item that we could have added to our clickable things. It's a level 9 item. It's called the Planar Gird. Comes from the quest the Zorian Cipher, and is a one-use clickable of greater heroism, which is very nice to have. +4 on skills and saves, and immunity to fear, which we have anyway as a warlock in this tree here. But even so, that greater heroism clickable is very nice. I decided not to bother because we still have Sapphire of Heroism in our boots, which is giving 2 on skills and saves. Right, today's quest I've chosen because it can give this coalesced coinage orb, which is an important part of our leveling gear for this build. Light and alignment, spell power and crit chance. The quest is called Another Man's Treasure. We're in the 12 and it's part of the White Plume Mountain and Other Tales pack, I think it's called. So let's give it a go. Now, I've just mentioned hirelings. This quest in particular, it's very advisable to have a hireling summoned at the start, I'll go over the 2 reasons as we progress. Just park it at the start until you come ready to need it. There are 2 very specific reasons why you might want a hireling in this quest. And it will become more evident as we get to the places where they are needed. So first of all, we've 3 crests to collect in the outer area here. Each crest unlocks one of the areas beyond this first room. It's like traffic lights almost, red, yellow and green area. I think you probably caught a bit of the lag there that's been plaguing the Orion server recently. The opponent's sort of moving in steps. So that's our 3 crests, and that's the green area down there. We've got the red area here. Let's try and eliminate the opponents first. So the red area, if you don't know the quest, is a swim with some dangerous spikes and electric traps. We're going to leave that. We're going to do... Actually, I should probably do that first, because that's where the big danger of death is. We're going to come to the yellow area first. Now this is like an invisible maze, and this is what we need the hireling for. Because if you don't have the hireling, you'll see the it looks like we can just walk to that, to pull that lever, but when I set the hireling going, you'll see the hireling's going to be bumping into invisible walls all around here, and it keeps going. Hopefully, can you see it's moving all over the place? It keeps going until it finds the route into the middle and pulls the lever. So while it's doing that, we are going into the green room. Oh, well done. I hit the campfire with those. Now these 2 are dangerous. If you can incapacitate them in some way, that really helps. I think it just said that the hireling had done the barrier. Yes, there's 2 left. So one use I hadn't thought of, we can park her here. Can we? Where is she? She didn't seem to want to move. Okay. We're going to park her there. We're going to use our Hood of Unrest for some more dodge. We're going to have to fight this thing. Single target blast for more damage, because you'll recall you lose a packed dice when using the cone. I'll put the stanch on as well for more hit points. And hopefully with all that cheatery going on, I had the cleric behind me to heal if needed. So that's that done. And now for the swim section. Now this section without evasion is trouble, because there are spikes and electric traps in here. So this is another use for the hireling. Hirelings, you might recall from a previous episode, can actually heal underwater. So if the worst happens and we get badly damaged in a trap, I'll call the hireling and we'll try and take advantage of that. There's a thing there for water breathing, which lasts about 1.5 minutes, I think. Just try and stay in the middle when the spikes are all around. It can be quite difficult, but with a bit of practice it is possible. And once you get through the spikes and into the electric area, I try and stick to the top, so I'm only subject to a few of the bolts. My stanch has run out now, so if I get hit by one of these things, I'm going to be in trouble. Stanch just lasts for a minute, the temporary hit points it grants. And so far we've been lucky. Oh! The false life absorbed that one. And this is it, we're just coming up to the surface. It feels like it's going slowly up here. I think we're going against the current, but just keep swimming, you'll pop up. And don't worry about having to go back, there's a dimension door pops up when you pull this lever.
Pulling the lever dims
So we
the
go
red
through there.
crystal on the wall. The red barrier has been opened.
So that's everything now in
The
this
final crystal goes
section.
dark
So you
and the
just
last
go
barrier
straight down
fades
here.
away. Now, to get
And we're
to
into the
bottom
inner
of
section now.
this
These are the three,
mystery.
can you see the three crystals up here? These are the three barriers that we've just removed. And we're into the middle section now. Everything seems to be in threes in this quest. We have 3 levers to pull now to give us access to 3 doors.
Beyond the large doors is a disorganized but functional.
If you've not seen this quest before, everything is
Objects and creatures
financially
scattered around, transmuted into
sort of
shining
financially coded. So we've got valuable vermin. The treasure we're looking for is called a coalesced coinage, and every possible treasure that you can get, every possible named item is somehow treasure related, or finance related. Crushing capital, I think, is one of them. Knocked over there gives me a chance to demonstrate you can still block with the shift key and reduce incoming damage even when on the floor. So if you get knocked down like I just did, hold down your shift key to try and take a bit less damage. It's nice of them to wait until I was ready for him. Okay, so you see one door already because we pulled one lever. The second one is inside here. Just be on the lookout for these mounds of whatever they are, coins. So another door's popped up and the third lever is just round the corner here. Okay.
Three-dimension doors stand before a trio of glyphs on the wall. The glyphs represent locks that must be opened to reveal the way forward.
Okay, so the purple one, I've just memorized the answers to this. So it's the second option, the third option, and the first option. Don't worry too much if you get it wrong, it's just these statues come to life and you have to fight them. Yellow room, we're looking for a lever. It can be in one of 4 possible locations. The first one is round here. 2 and 3 are in close proximity. We've got some kind of gravity thing going on here, so be careful when you jump. 1 would be down there in that corner. You can see it's not there. And another one would be down here, which it actually is. I'll show you the last location for the sake of completeness.
The glowing sigil fades. The orange lock has been opened.
The last place it could be is down there. And this one, a simple tile puzzle, which I'm sure, even if you haven't seen this quest, you'll have seen others like it. So I start off by taking the turning the tiles away from the red areas, which set off an electric trap if anything contacts them. And once I've done that, just move the tiles round to contact all the puzzle pieces, and we should be good.
Completing the tile puzzle opens the blue lock. The 3 arcane locks are now open. There's a deep
And this is going down now into the end fight.
as the passage to the madman in charge opens.
Now, these 3 things, Griffin, come to life one by one during the end fight. You might want to, if you want some healing during the fight, bring your hireling in here, park it there, and as you sort of kite around, you're going to have to, unless you've got a very strong character, do some running away from these things because they are tough. And I've used my dodge clickable already, so I'm not going to be able to stand up to them. I'll put the stanch on. Watch now for the temporary hit points going in there, 200. False health as well, 220. And we'll set the thing going. I've still got some more stanch in case I need it. Watch now for the one coming to life. There we go.
Causing the nearby platinum guard.
I should have put single target blast for more damage. Next one. Get the big attacks in, the stricken and consume. Consume is a damage over time. I don't think I mentioned that before. Stricken is just a straight big hit, but consume is damage over time with about how many ticks? At least 4, probably more. Okay, and once you've done that, that's it. Just speak to the guy again, break the crystal, and the quest is done. And maybe if you're lucky you might get the coalesced coinage, but not this time.
There must be a way to stop him. Stormreach is safe again, and the mad transmuter got a taste of his.
It took me quite a while to get a hang of that quest. I died several times in the trapped swimming area. As I say, evasion does help. It really feels like you're cheating going through there with a character with evasion. Without evasion, don't forget your cleric can come to you, your hireling, and heal you underwater. Just stop and wait for the cleric to come and summon it to you. It's definitely recommended to have a hireling in there for the yellow section in the first room, that maze puzzle, because doing that, as you could probably see, doing that yourself would be frustrating to say the least. Okay, I wanted to show that because that's a source of the coalesced coinage orb that we are enjoying the use of at the moment. That's all for episode 9. I hope it wasn't too much of a chore, and I'll speak to you next time. Take care.